Hey there, YouTube land, and if you watched my video on, well, yesterday, then you'll probably remember that I picked up the Beyond the Valley of the Dolls collection. Well, the set. Or, yeah, the Cinema Classics collection. Two-disc set with lobby cards. And during that video, I guess kind of offhandedly mentioned that I completed my Russ Meyer collection. And that I got an incredible box set through Arrow. So I got asked a lot about the set. So I plan to do another Arrow retrospective, an overview of my entire collection of Arrow, when I probably will when the next Arrow sale comes up, or when something big comes up. But they have been out some decent stuff, and enough people have asked, so I figured for you guys to get into and look at my Russ Meyer Collection box set. I'm not sure how many of you guys have this one, so you can let me know if you had it in the comment section down below, or if you're something you'd be interested in getting down the road. Russ Meyer was a director that started out doing, he kind of went in a different direction. A lot of people started doing these like little nudie cuties or kind of like exploitation type films and worked into horror. He kind of did the reverse of that, and for good reason. He was really good at what he did. Russ Meyer stuff is often thrown away as just tripe and exploitation, but it's really not. Some of his stuff is actually pretty damn good. The work that's been done on it, some of the stories are crazy and stuff like that, but the camera work and just some of the strange artsy type way that he did stuff was actually pretty ingenious. This is a guy that Roger Ebert used to work with before Roger became the renowned critic that he is. And as you know, Roger Ebert wrote Beyond the Valley of the Dolls, but that's not the only Myers movie that he wrote. But I'm not here just to talk about Myers today. We're here to look at the box that Arrow put it a while back, and unfortunately it's not around anymore. It is, but it usually costs a bit of money, so if you ever find it at a good price, pick it up. I picked up the special edition, the one that had the extra disc in it, and lucked out. So here we go. This is the Russ Meyer Collection. There's a lot of movies on here, so we're going to look at them in depth a bit. Not sure if you guys can see that or freeze that or what, but I'll be talking about it anyway. First thing you note when you look at this box set is that it's got 19 movies on 13 discs. So it's some pretty cool stuff, and obviously because Russ Meyer's movies had a lot of nudity and stuff in it, I can't really show you a lot of the pictures in this really thick, awesome 100-page booklet that came with it. And at 100 pages, I think it's pretty much a book. There are a lot of cute pictures in here, by the way. And let's see, one of the few pictures that I can show you are, well, we'll find something. Some of his earlier stuff and kind of different stuff. The Immoral Mr. T's, which was his first of this type, and Black Snake. Immoral Mr. T is actually very comical. So when you take it the set like this, it comes in a book type format. And what we start out with, we have the Immoral double features, Immoral Mr. T's and Eve and the Handyman. Have to be very careful, I can show you. The Wild Gals of the Naked West and Black Snake, kind of a Western one that he did. Europe in the Raw, which is very kind of like a travelogue, the nudity type stuff in there. One of the best on this one here is this next double feature, and it has stories on it that are really actually good movies. And it's Lorna and Mudhoney. Mudhoney is one that I didn't expect to be very good, but it is really, really good. One that gets its own disc, and rightfully so. It's probably the most famous movie that he ever did, and it's called Faster Pussycat Kill Kill. If you haven't heard of it, look it up. I mean, it's a really different film. Next up was Motorcycle and Good Morning and Goodbye, two of his lesser known ones, and Mondo Topless, which I think is one that was only in this collection here. Another one that was really good, Cherry, Harry, and Raquel, which I really liked, and Common Law Cabin. You got Pandora's Peaks and Finders Keepers, Lovers Weepers, and that one there is kind of Pandora's Peaks is about the girl, like a bigger breasted girl. The most famous one that got me into really liking Russ Meyer, and that made me think of him as more than just a cheesy, slacky director, was a movie starring Erica Gavin called Vixen. If you haven't seen it, you really should. Of course, he had another one called Super Vixens. The Vixen title worked well for him, so he used it a good bit. Up, which I'm pretty sure was written by Roger Ebert. And of course, the other one that I think was written by Ebert was Beneath the Valley of the Ultra Vixens. Now, each of these movies have features and a bunch of stuff with it. So what exactly does it have? Are the features in here, or are the features just on the back? Let's find out. It tells you whether they're, kind of full frame, because some movies were actually shot in full frame when they were widescreen. These are all in their original aspect ratios, and have some incredible stuff. There's different articles on different people in here, and it really goes through his entire filmography, talks about the movies he made, and talks about how he became more of an important filmmaker. But some things that are on this set anyway include, of course, the brand new booklet by Russ Meyer, friend and biographer David K. Fraser, with new writings on Russ Meyer's career and unpublished interviews with King Lear himself, as he was called. Audio commentary by the Pussycats on Faster Pussycat Kill Kill. There's original audio commentaries by Russ Meyer on Vixen, Super Vixens, Beneath the Valley of the Ultra Vixen, and Faster Pussycat Kill Kill. So Faster Pussycats Kill Kill actually gets 2 commentaries. Vixen's got a cool featurette on it. I actually really like that one. An Erica Gavin photo album, which she definitely deserved. I love her a lot. Featurette on Kitten Natividad, who is an interesting character in Roger Corman. There's an interview with Kitten Natividad as well. And they say an interview with Russ Meyer by Jonathan Ross, but it's more than an interview, actually. It's actually an episode of the Jonathan Ross show that he used to do, where each week he had a different, kind of like genre-ish type character that he worked with. And this time he worked with, he did a thing on Russ Meyer. There's a featurette with Ravendale Cry, and there's a Go Pussycat Go featurette. So I shall return to tell you a little bit more about this, and definitely have to check this out. In the back, the box set ran me at the time maybe 30, but I got it at a good sale, maybe 30 for the whole set. Nowadays, this would cost, in a lot of places, over £80. So if you're American or Canadian, you know that's quite a bit. But it is 19 movies, and it was one that Arrow put out, and I consider it one of the crowning achievements in the box sets that they've done. Probably, to me, still, I know they put out, there's a Vincent Price one coming out, which I'd love to have. And they have the Texas Chainsaw 2, which I do have. But as for their box sets, the way that all the stuff was done, this, for me, was an amazing achievement that they did. Just such incredible work with Russ Meyer. I'm not sure if you guys are Russ Meyer fans, if you know exactly who Russ Meyer is, but you will. I mean, you'll start out watching movies and they'll kind of be sort of cheesy and stuff like that, and then you'll start to notice little things. You'll start to notice his eye with the camera, his sense of humor, and you'll notice a little more that stories get more complex, sometimes overly complex and kind of silly, but there will be almost a poeticness to certain ones, and certain stories will surprise you with the amount of actual complexity and work that are put into the films. And that's where Russ Meyer kind of shines. He takes something that could have been a simple exploitation thing or nudie cutie or something like that, and he brings it to other levels, and he challenges your perception of what you think that genre is going to bring you. And he's really the first person to do that. He did it way before other people would come on and would try and fail to blend the genres the way he did. He does blend genres from comedy to horror to action to just cheesy exploitation. But he does try to tell more. Watch Vixen, and the first time you see it, it's a bit. You might think it's a bit shocking. It's a bit different. It's a bit strange. But when you really look at it, it actually tries to explore different aspects. And I got to give it credit for that. It was really well done. Russ Meyer, I salute you. If you get a chance to get it, it's not for everybody, but if you're a fan of cinema and you want to see Roger Ebert's beginnings and just see something different, there's a lot of nudity in it, so know that outright. But a lot of it is very innocent nudity, as you know, when you compare it to the stuff that's out today. It just sometimes there's not even like it's not that there's nudity in films nowadays. It's just a vulgarity that I don't mind to a certain extent, certain ones, and to each his own when it comes to stuff like that. Except there's some stuff that just goes. But that's not what this is about. His movies, even with like a crapload of nudity and stuff like that, still had that kind of innocence, and I kind of think Russ Meyer probably had that too. And that's why I like Russ Meyer. Different type of filmmaker, but he really is a filmmaker, and not just a hack. The box set is on my Professor Penn's Picks. There, we'll call it that. It has said must buy before, but let's give it more of a alliteration to the name. So Professor Penn's Picks. That goes on my picks list along with Dolls. If you really want to look at film, then if you get the chance for a decent price, don't go and go crazy or break the bank on it. But Russ Meyer Collection, it's worth picking up. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great night. Work tomorrow. New pajamas. Thanks for watching. It's time for tea for me. I'm going to finish that off, and I have just one more cup before I go to bed. Then I'm going to pass out and sleep like a baby and work my butt off tomorrow. Have a great week, guys, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow about, we'll see.